Okay, so walking here to see some of the Gaudi buildings. Obviously one of the biggest things to see here in Barcelona. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the things you need to know before visiting Barcelona. Sorry if it's a little bit loud, we're here on the street. First, the plugs. I'll show you guys that. It's the two-prong plugs for Europe, the circular ones that indent. So I'll show you guys a quick video of that in the middle of this video so you guys can see. Best time to visit. This place gets really crowded, like very crowded. It's so bad that a lot of the locals actually want some kind of restrictions for the tourists actually coming here. So something to keep in mind: the summers, it's hot and humid. I prefer to not be anywhere in the heat. So we're here in May. It's about the beginning of May. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit chilly out. Well, I wouldn't say chilly, but it's cool outside. Sun's out, blue skies. It's absolutely beautiful. So I definitely recommend you guys come in May. If you come in June, it might start getting a little bit busy. The weather will probably be a little bit warmer, but definitely recommend May. May for me is actually the best places to stay. I don't have any specific hotels for you, but I do recommend that you guys stay somewhere in the center of the city, not near the Ramblas. Ramblas is where kind of, I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but it's really overcrowded, a lot of tourists. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say dangerous, there's a lot of petty theft. So I wouldn't recommend you guys stay there, but just find a place, somewhere near the center of town. The metros are pretty expensive, so keep that in mind. So that's why I recommend you guys stay. Every time I came here, I just selected one of the apartments online, you know, on Booking or hotels.com, whatever the case may be. Just find the cheapest one. One of the things to know is that the Catalans are very regionalistic, kind of like the Paisas, the Antioqueños in Colombia. So don't insult them by saying they're Spanish, because they consider themselves to be Catalan, and Catalan is one of the official languages here. You'll actually see in the majority of the buildings, the stuff that's written out, there's a legal requirement for them to write in Catalan. There's one of the, look, there's one of the Gaudi buildings. So something to keep in mind. Tipping is the same in Barcelona as in Spain. They don't really do a lot of tipping here like we do in the West, in the US, so don't leave a 10% tip or a 15% tip. Really the most things that they do is just leave you know, a few coins or a few euros, something small. You know, it's kind of like respectful to do it that way, so that's all you need to know about tipping. Looking at my notes here, keep in mind lunch and dinner are a lot later than what you guys are accustomed to for them to be. So if you're gonna go out to a place at 1 o'clock to eat lunch, around the touristy areas they'll be open. Other places will most likely be closed. On Sundays, almost everything is closed, so don't leave the shopping until the last day on Sunday, because you won't find a place that's open. Wait till these motorcycles go by. Dinner's a little bit later as well. You know, normally I think, I guess the majority of you guys eat maybe 7 or 8. Most of people here eat dinner at about 9 or 10 p.m., so keep that in mind. Mira que lindo. The siesta, obviously, is something that they definitely do here. I'll switch around so you guys can see the Sagrada Familia here in the background. So stay in the center. Try to avoid the metro. Well, you probably won't. You'll have to take the metro in some cases, because it's very expensive. So try to stay central in the city. If you want to map out some of the popular things to see, again, stay away from those Ramblas. Speaking of the Ramblas, it's something that you'll want to see once, and then after that, just stay completely away from it. It's something that's overly touristy. Just went yesterday. It's just a lot of people, you know, a lot of petty theft. So go and see it. You know, there's a lot of things to see. It's kind of romantic. And then don't go back, because it doesn't make sense. There's another place here, looking at my notes, called La Boquerón. It's kind of like the second Ramblas. Go there early in the morning. Great place to take pictures, great place to shop. There's colorful food, a lot of stuff to do, interact with some of the locals, which is really good. The beaches. So the majority of you guys are gonna see the beach, Barcelona Beach, or Barceloneta. Not the best beach to go to. Overly crowded, it's not very pretty. I recommend either Nova Icaria, Bogatel, or Marbella. I definitely would recommend those. Get a little bit farther away from the city, but obviously it's a lot nicer place to actually see. Careful with pickpockets everywhere in the city. Even though it's a beautiful city to see, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say dicey, but obviously just watch yourself wherever you go, because obviously there's a few places here that you gotta kind of watch your step, especially in the more populated areas. If you're going to come, especially during high season, it's gonna be terribly crowded. Lines everywhere, you're gonna be waiting for everything. Speaking of lines, make sure when you go to the Sagrada Familia, the famous church that Gaudi built, that you order your tickets online. You can actually skip the line, make an appointment, go directly inside. I haven't been inside yet. I've been here 3 or 4 times. Maybe I'll do it the next time I come. I just haven't had any interest to, but I've heard it's very beautiful inside. So make sure you go, just Google, you know, Sagrada Familia online, or Sagrada Familia tickets, and then you'll be able to reserve and pay online. Other than that, best things to see, obviously you have the beach, you have all of the Gaudi buildings, including this bad boy right here with the little towers on top. There's a bunch of different buildings, not just the 2 main ones that you guys are gonna find. Obviously Parque Güell is something that's very popular. The nightlife here is excellent as well, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour of the entire city. We're kind of poking around a little bit, and then obviously if you guys are soccer fans, go and check out the soccer stadium. It's one of the most famous ones in the world. So we're gonna go check out the building. I'll give you guys a little tour. See you in a second.